Right, lads, just been watching Dave Duffy's Turner pick videos. Really good, mate. Love it. So I thought I'd just do a sort of add-on, as it were. Basically, no one's done a demonstration of how you get it out of the lock or out the door if you get it jammed in the lock. So we don't need to breaking your tool or damaging it, bending it. So as I'm going to do the video, take about 30 seconds. So instead, I thought I'd turn it into a longer video, just showing basic techniques of I think people are probably going wrong, and then the little techniques that Jeff Taylor was kind enough to share with me when I bought this off him a few years ago, about using it as a pick. No, it is a pick. Instead of just a roller pin and cam, you can actually use it to pick levers rather than changing the pins. But I'll explain that in a second. So picked this out the door 6 weeks ago now. The setup for this one is ABC AC. Now, I think the problem people is they'll use the tool and they won't actually understand the levers. I think it's probably quite important to understand what the levers are to do it, and then understanding maybe the basics of using the tool rather than buying it, put it in a van and just thinking it's going to work itself. It's not. You've got to know how to work the tool. This will probably be a typical example, I assume, of how people might go wrong if they just haven't used it in a couple of weeks. So pressure on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open, nope, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, I could be there all day. Nothing's going to happen, okay? I've got full tension on here, and the pins are in there, and I am doing it right, but I've missed something, okay? What have I missed? Yeah, I think this is a pick, as Jeff said to me, it is a pick. So I like to pick with lollipops. So I have my wire and my lollipop parallel, so I like to know where that wire is. So basically, if I go under and I pick lever 1, it's at 9 o'clock. And then I drop the rest, I know that 1 is going to be at 9. If I pick number 3 and it's at 10 o'clock, I know 5 is at 10. And I make up a mental picture of the lock in my head. Well, if we just look at the dial on this, and if I hold my finger for 12 o'clock, and I'm in position 1, if I turn around, I'll turn around to 4 o'clock. That's at position 1. Okay, let's go to position 2, 4 o'clock. Position 3, 4 o'clock. Position 4, 3 o'clock. Stopping short. So, that, which didn't feel like anything, has bound that 4th lever, which means now that nothing else is binding. Okay, so if we look at that 4th lever, which is that one, which is an A, which obviously is 1 or 2, it's the longest pin, so they come in that's 1 and 2, and then they're bound in groups of 3. So 1, 2, middle pin's 3, 4, 5, and a short pin is 6, 7, 8. So that's a 1 or a 2. Now if they've got anti-picks above them, anti-notches above them, sorry, and we've lifted that up, surely then we're on the edge of the anti-pick. So that's probably pushed the stump out further, so it's not going to bind any other lever. So that makes sense. That is a 1 or a 2 then. Well, to me it's probably a 2, because then it'll be caught on the bottom of the anti-pick. Because if it was a 1, it'd probably go into the anti-pick. Anyway, so instead of just banging through, what we can do as well is find different sequences. Don't just stick to the 1 to the 5. Go 5 to 4. If that doesn't work, then go 3, 1, 5. And start different binding orders as you would picking. So 5, and I've got to bind straight away on 5. Now I really do like go 5 and 3, because to me they are paired. 5 and 3, and I've just got I felt a bit of give there, and I can feel they're in true gates. But I've had to knock them up on true gates. Now if I look at 5 and 3, I can see they're C's. That tells me that they're 6, 7 or 8s. Now if they were 8s at their rest position, they would already be in the true gate. So where I've had to lift them, they're either a 6 or a 7. Okay. So obviously our next step now would be to change them C's to B's, and then we'll carry on picking. But this is how you would pick a lock without changing the pins. All depends on the configuration of the levers, obviously. So we go 5, 3, go to 4, it's fine there. 2, 1, lock's picked open. Oh, it's not. Why not? I can feel that binding. I can get it grinding. Let's do the 2. I can feel that grinding all the way up. Number 1. And number 1 is an A as well. Hang on. Number 1 is an A. That should be a 1 or a 2. So it can't be if I feel it grinding. So that must mean it's a plain lever. So that's a number 1 or a number 2 plain lever, or a drop lever, as we call them. I think they were first classed as plain levers. So all it is I'm not lifting them high enough, because obviously I haven't changed my pins yet. So this was the trick that Jeff told me about, and basically it's to knock up or flip up the levers into the true gates and get them caught up there. 4 I think was already done, and then it left 1. Yep, nice bit of give that time. There we go, and 1 done. Now I hadn't changed any pins that time, and I'm nowhere near the right code, but I managed to pick the lock just by basically hitting them levers up past what they are. So instead of just gently turning it up, you're banging. So instead of the levers just raising it slightly, you're banging them up and then catching them on the tension. So it is to do with tension, it is to do with just the final flick. So as you come in contact, there's a contact there. It's that final little kick. Okay. So in the real world, we would go 3, 5, yeah, until we're lifted into true gates. But what we will do is raise them pins. So the C's, and we will jump them up to B's. So I'll quickly do that. So now we've changed 3 and 5. We don't touch 3 and 5. Okay. Let's go straight to 4. 4 is lovely now. It's fine. So 2. There's a bit of give on 2 now. There's quite a big lift on 2. I still feel that big grind on 1. So we can lift 2 and 1. Okay. Now that would be our lock open, obviously. Now, let's say for fun, we're going to change pin 1. Okay. Now, another mistake you may make, I say, and this is only an assumption on my part of how people may get it wrong. You go pin 1, because I've actually done it myself wrong. Pin 1, let's grab it now. Pin 1. No, pin 1 is this one, not pin 1 is there. So if you're not 100% sure, flick the dial onto pin 1 and lift pin 1, and you'll see it going up. It makes it easier to lift out, and you know for a fact that's pin 1. So pin 1, we're actually going to put a number 1 into there, because I want to jam the pick into the lock. Okay. So we've changed 1, we've changed 3, we've changed 5. We know 4 is good, so it's only number 2. And there it is. There's the lock open, like a working key. All that's happening is we've lifted number 2 at the height of this dial. So if we overlift it, it won't open. If we underlift it, it won't open. We get it at the right height, it'll open. Okay. Now, what I want to do is we've got a number 1 in position 1. I want to overlift 1 by mistake, and the pick's stuck in there now. Now imagine you're in a door, what are you going to do? Grab it and snap it? We're not do this, but I love your picks. So, first place I would do, right, let me change it around. what you reckon to do is sprung steel. I've got some window wiper insert made into an arch shape, and just filed the tip down so it's nice and tight. Now even with the pick in fully, out to its overlifter and then fully to the left, okay, it's thinking hard to get in there because obviously the pick is stopping the wire. So maybe it was bent a bit more, you might get into it, but it's awkward. And if you've got a tight keyway as well, we're not really going to get round and get into there. So what I carry is the needle pliers, tweezers, sorry. These needle tweezers. And just get in there. I can see what I'm doing. And just basically lift up that pin without any damage. He picks out. Okay. So just for laugh, I'll put it in the fourth position. So let's put the fourth position into there. So let's just say that's the configuration we've got. Okay. Why not? You can always get that. So let's go in, turn it, we'll overlift the lot, come back, my pick's stuck into there. Okay, so this time we get our tweezers, we get in there. Oh, we can't because all the other pins are in the way. So this is where the bent piece of wire comes in to show. So for what it is, any sort of flat piece of wire. I just like the flat wire because it goes under them pins quite easily rather than sprung steel. Because it's rounded. So flat. So it's basically just into the groove of the lock and just lift up. And then if it's done right, you should be able to just take your pick out. That's it really. So well, thanks for watching. Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and all have a fantastic new year, and hopefully I'll see some of you at the shows. Take care lads, bye bye.